everything that I know how to do with makeup is stuff that I learned just kind of doing it. So yeah, I don't really use, I'm like waving my foundation brush. I don't really use makeup primers. I don't really like do like the whole baking thing or like super intense crazy stuff. Only because like I don't really like to feel like I'm wearing a ton of makeup, one, and also my skin has kind of erred more on the sensitive side. So I try not to clog my pores more than I have to. Like you just saw, I scratched my nose just like a little bit right there, and then it's trying to be super red right there. So my skin has needed a little more TLC, if you know what I mean. So let me get my hair somewhat out of the way and let's hop into this. So first things first, I do my foundation. This is Neutrogena SkinClearing. It has salicylic acid in it, so it treats breakouts as I'm wearing it, and it's super lightweight. It's not heavy, like it's not cakey, which I really like because I don't like to feel like I'm wearing a ton of makeup. So I just put it on the back of my hand like this. And actually, I got this new shade, and I think it might be slightly too dark. So if it looks like it's not the right shade, you're probably right. But so I just kind of paint that on like, like foundation. This is the easiest part. I put it on the top of my eyelid, just to kind of smooth out all the colors or any marks that would be there, because sometimes there tries to be breakouts on my eyelid, which is super weird, but it is what it is. So I just do like this. Super simple. Also, I don't really like to take up a lot of time when I'm doing my makeup, so I move pretty quickly, just because, I don't want to be that person that's like, oh, I'll be ready in 24 hours. Obviously, that's an exaggerated joke, but you get what I'm saying. Like, there's a time and a place to, like, have, like, a longer time to get ready and make it relaxing and whatnot, but for the most part, I just try to manage my time well and not take too long to do stuff, because time is of the essence. It is currency. I like to use it wisely. And because the shade isn't perfectly to my skin tone, I'm going to put it on my neck as well, so it's, I don't have that orange face. So I'm just blending that all on my neck. And so then I'm just going to, when I'm done, I'm going to wash this off my hand. You can kind of see a little bit, but not too much. So I'm just going to look in the mirror really quickly, see if I miss any spots, smooth out any places where there's lines. Excuse me. Doing my makeup, I typically do it in the bathroom, but I'm doing it in natural lighting for this video. And doing your makeup in natural lighting, I'm like, maybe I should always do this, because you can see so much more, like where there was spots that you miss, and I'm like, ooh, I don't like this natural lighting. But maybe it's for the best, right? Okay, so that's foundation. Super simple, super easy. So that's it. I have a friend at my church who he's like super good at lighting and sound and all that stuff. So Kevin, if you're watching this and the lighting isn't good, I'm so sorry. Also, this video I wanted to give a shout out to Addie. I love you, Addie. If you're watching this, hi. This makeup tutorial was inspired by you, okay? You go, girl. Let me get my water again. So I don't always do eyeshadow because, one, I really like, sometimes I don't like to wear super ton of makeup, but there are times when I do like to do a bit of extra glam, and in that case, I'll do some eyeshadow and some eyeliner. So let's hop into that. I'm gonna do some eyeshadow today. I'm using this Glam Star eyeshadow palette by Hilton. This was a gift to me. I typically like, I don't know, I'm really not a huge makeup guru. Like literally, this is what we're working with. This is my makeup bag. It's it's not anything super pristine or organized or perfect by any means. I just do use what's in my hands. Use what's in my hands. like I use, you probably would laugh at me for this, but I use eyeshadow as a contour. I use eyeshadow as an eyeliner. So, you know, it's just use what you got. Make what you got work. But I'm gonna use, I don't know if you can see. I'm gonna use this brown color because browns are really good for making blue eyes pop. So I'm gonna take my brush, just rub it in the brown, and go. But so I just kind of pat it first. I don't rub it in, I pat it on the outer corner of my eyelid. This is such a funny, oh my gosh. So I just pat it, and then I just rub it in. I blend it rather. I blend it up and out. Because I like it to have kind of a, I don't know the correct word for it. I like it to kind of outline my eye. So I rub it up and out, just like this, up and out, and I'll blend it, so don't worry. I've actually never really filmed and done my makeup at the same time like this, so this is a fun journey, just for you, Addie. Okay, so like that. Don't worry, we're gonna blend it. So we're doing it to the other eye as well. I'm gonna pat it on and then blend it out. This has less color on it. This is actually kind of what I wanted more so. So this one's gonna need less blending than that one. I put too much color on that one. But that's okay. You know, makeup is like painting, honestly. Like, I see makeup the same way I see painting. Like Bob Ross says, just make some happy little accidents. It'll work out in the end, I promise. Like, I've done prom makeup for my sisters, and it's really the same deal even when you're doing other people's makeup. You can always fix it. You can add to, take away from, it'll work out. Alright, so let's see what we're working with here. The thing about doing it in natural lighting as well is the lighting will like cast shadows. So the reason I'm turning my face so much is just to make sure that I'm getting the picture from all angles. So what I'm gonna do to kind of lighten this eye up, I just took this angled type brush and I did the lightest shade that's on the palette. And so I'm just gonna go in and kind of run over the parts that are a little bit too dark, kind of lighten that up. Like that, see? And same on this eye. I'm just gonna kind of lighten up some areas that are a little bit too dark. And that looks better. So you see how that brown kind of made my blue eyes pop out a little bit more? And on this side, how it's a little bit too messy in my opinion. Like, this side's got, it doesn't really have a form to it, but this one does. You see how this has form, but this one doesn't? So I'm just gonna take my foundation brush and just kind of swipe up, kind of create that form. You see how it has that kind of form now? And it matches. So that's important too when it comes to makeup. What I like to do anyways is I try to make sure that it's symmetrical and lining up. And again, not everything is perfect all the time. So ideally, you know, I get that, oh, this lighting is better. Wow, I literally moved it like 0.5 degree of whatever and it looks so much better. But that's why we learn and we grow. Hallelujah. All right, so eyeshadow is done. Just like that. So next what I do is, again, if this doesn't tell you how much of a non-makeup guru I am, let this tell you. I use this brush that's broken. Oh my goodness, this is hilarious. So I take this angled brush and I dip it in, hello, it's me. So I dip it in this brown right here. I just do like a line like that. And I just run it on my eye line. Not too much, just enough to kind of define my eye. I'm gonna pull up my mirror right here so I don't mess this up. Again, it doesn't have to be perfect, because honestly, at the end of the day, it's gonna smudge. So, it really doesn't have to be perfect, but that's just my opinion. And I take it on the under as well and just run it on my waterline, just like that. And you see how that brought such a nice definition to the eye as opposed to this one. So let's do the other eye. Same deal, we're just gonna run it on the eye line. Nice definition. Then I just check the other one just to be sure I'm matching it the best that I can. I think I probably should add a little bit more on the left side. Just trying to work with the lighting in my room right now. That's why I'm moving so much. Alright, let's get it on the bottom line. Just like that. Brought about a nice definition to the eyes. And also, every time I do my eye makeup, I always wear a lipstick because you're gonna want that balance to be there. Just a fun little tidbit. So that looks good. That looks good, guys. So you can see right now, like, my lips look kind of like, I don't know the right word for it, but they just look kind of empty, I guess you could say. So once I finish my eyes, I'm just gonna do this mascara. This mascara is amazing. It's called Lash Princess. I really like this mascara. So this is what I do to prevent my mascara from looking super clumpy. I'll dip it in and then take the angled brush and I'll just kind of like put some pressure on the edge of it and pull it out with pressure to kind of get rid of any of the clumps that would try to be there. So let's do that. Get rid of any clumps and just swipe the end. Make sure I'm taking the same side and then just put the mascara on. I don't use a curler or anything. Again, for me, the less steps, the better. I don't want to have to do a ton to get ready. Okay, mascara, and I dip it back in, same deal. Let's do like a dot, let's do, put it on the other one. Just kind of even that out. The seasons had been changing, so forgive me if I am making weird snipping sounds. Alright, so eyes are done. Obviously, I'm not going to do my eyebrows because I already dyed them. Praise the Lord. Eyebrows done. So next, what I do is, again, not a makeup guru, so don't come for me, but I take my conspiracy or controversy, whatever. This is from like years ago, the Shane Dawson palette. And I use this brown for a contour. And so I use this brush. I use the same brush for my contour and my blush, honestly, because I have a blush brush, but I have not washed it. Like, it fell on the floor a couple weeks ago, and I just haven't washed it yet. So I've just been literally using the same brush for my contour and my blush, but it's been working fine. So, you know, why if it's not broke, don't fix it. But anyways, so let's take, it's got a little bit of blush residue on it, but I think it'll be okay because I don't mind a little bit of a peachy tone on my face. So dip it in the contour, and then I take it, I kind of like go like this a little bit to see where my cheekbone is lying, and I just brush it right there on my cheekbone, just like that, kind of define the cheekbone like that. You see how it adds that nice shadow to the face? Makeup is so cool, guys. Same deal on this side. This adds shadows to the face. I'm just gonna look in the mirror and make sure it's blended, because we don't want it to look cakey. That is not the goal. Sometimes it doesn't always look perfect. Like, that's one thing about my phone ran out of storage. But anyways, what I'm saying is I'll be aware that something doesn't look perfect, like with my makeup, like something's not blended right, or like the shade's not matching perfectly, and I'm just like, my phone has tried to run out of storage. So, all right, but we're almost done. We're almost done. Again, this is not taking a ton. You don't need a ton of time to do your makeup, in my opinion. Just find a good routine, figure out what works for you, and just roll with it. You know, it doesn't have to be something crazy fancy all the time. My blush broke, so I have it in this jar. So I'm just gonna tap my brush in here, tap the residue off, and then rub it right here on my cheeks. Just kind of dab it on. I like to do it a bit gradual because you can always add to, but it's harder to take away from. Same with painting. Like, you can always add to a color, but if you start with too much, then there's more mess to clean up. So, same principles apply to makeup. So let's just dab that on. I love blush. I think it really just adds like liveliness to the face. Let's tap some more on there. Tap some more, just like that. And I'm going to do some lipstick and do a finishing touch of some translucent powder under my eye. All right, so I use this NYX mineral finishing powder. So my skin has tried to be more oily, so this helps my mascara from running under my under eye. So I just take this brush and the NYX powder and I tap it in, get some on the brush, and then I just run it on my under eye, just like that. And it keeps the mascara from running. It's pretty epic, honestly, if you ask me. It has helped so much. All right, and then my cute butterfly bag. I love butterflies. So I take this Milani lipstick in the shade Secret. This is my favorite lipstick. Always use this one. So let's do it in the mirror, actually. My phone tried to run out of storage again, guys. So sorry. Let's do the bottom. The only thing about this lipstick is it has tried to dry out my lips when I wear it. So I'm thinking about ordering this lip stain and doing that, like a review on my channel. So that might be something that I need to do. But I just love this color, so I've stuck to this lipstick. But I found that it's drying my lips out, which I don't love. All right, lips done. And that's it. Eyes, eyeliner, brows, blush, contour, lips, mascara. There you have it. That's it. Super simple. All right, so now let's get something up with this hair. It needs to be brushed first. I literally hadn't even brushed my hair today. I washed it recently, so I probably don't need to wash it again. As far as styling goes, I might do a top bun for today. So let's see what that could look like. I like doing top buns because my hair was like kind of short for a really long time. So now that it's super long and I can actually do top buns, I like to. This is probably a really fun angle right now. I don't even know if you can see me. Hey! So I just take my brush, push it all up, smooth out all those parts. Smooth all the parts out. Just like this. Just like this. I really love top buns. I think they're so classy. I think they're so cute. My new love story. Again, this is one, like, the way I feel about makeup is different about the way I feel about hair. I do try to get my hair to look as perfect as possible, only because my hair is super light. So if there's like a bump or a spot that's not really cohesive, it shows more as opposed to people with dark hair. That's the way I feel about it anyways. So to do my top bun, I just gather all the hair, then I just twist it and pray. Have you ever seen those memes where it's like me pretending to not do a perfect top bun? My storage is still so full. Oh my gosh. So I'm just going to do this super, super quick. I'm going to do this headband today instead of a bun and hope that it looks decent. Okay, so far so good. And that's the hair. Alright, so this is the shirt. I had to change my shirt because my foundation shade was so not right that it was not working with the collar of that shirt. I really need to get a new foundation shade. Like, it works fine here, but because of the contrast of my neck and my chest, it was like, it was not looking right. So I just put on this sweater.
This is today's OOTD. I've got on, it's a little bit more like a preppy feel to it, but of course I like to add a little bit more casual style if I can. So because of that, I just have these ripped jeans on and Nikes. I wear these a lot. I like them, but this is it. It's kind of like, it's got a preppy feel to it with the headband and the sweater, but it adds a little bit of a casual flair to it. And this is why finding your personal style, I think, is so important, because like there's different types of fashion. Like there's preppy, there's old money, there's, you know, Y2K, there's, you know, just completely casual all the time. There's different kinds. But when you start to find your own personal style, you start to mix and blend other types. Like for this reason, for example, it's preppy, but I have my own flair to it. So this is it.